Good afternoon, my name is Said Hassan, and this video which I'll be making is for my water and wastewater project, which is the water filtration. So the method which I'll be using is sand charcoal filtration, which will include obviously sand, charcoal, gravel, and cotton and water bottle to filter the dirty water, and which should result in clean water. So the aim of this project is to help us understand the theory behind the cleanness of the water. So the main aim is to know how to get clean water out of dirty water using these methods. So as I told you, the method I'll be using is sand and charcoal filtration. So the expected outcome would be clean water, which we will be expecting when we pour in the dirty water in the filter, and we expect to get clean water. So let's move on to the experiment. So these are all the materials which we will be using for the experiment. So first of all, we have the water bottle. So we will cut the water bottle from here so that we can use the upper layer to place all the materials, and we turn it upside down, and we'll use the bottom layer to hold the clean water which we will receive. And we have put a small cut on top so water can escape. Next we have is cotton, which I'll tell the procedure later, that how they are placed. So we'll use cotton, and next we will be using is fine sand, and we will be using the charcoal. I will need to crush them. I haven't crushed them because we will need to use the crushed charcoal instead of the solid blocks. So next we will be using the gravel and small pebbles, as you can see, and on top of that we will be using the coarse aggregate. So this is our dirty water, which contains sand particles and charcoal particles. So this is the filter which I made. So the first layer is the gravel layer, which catches the large pieces of the debris, such as twigs, or it will catch the small charcoal particles. The next layer is the charcoal layer, which will get rid of the bacteria or some chemicals or the bad smell. The next layer would be the sand layer, The sand layer would catch the small particles such as the dirt, the grit, and it will make the water look clean. And on the base we have the cotton, which will get rid of the finest particles. Sugar. So to conclude the experiment, I will talk about what we observed. So as you saw, we made dirty water out of sand and charcoal. We mixed it with clean water and we made it pass through the filter that we created. It took about 3 to 4 minutes for the whole water to pass through the filter and come pour into the cup. So in the cup we could see the water was see-through. We could see through the water. It was a little bit yellowish. It wasn't very clean as we saw. So yeah, that's what I can say about the experiment. The water was a little bit yellowish in color, but it was see-through. It was much cleaner than the dirty water as I compared at the end of my experiment. So this water cannot be used for drinking. It could be used for watering the plants. It could be used for washing the dishes as well, I think, but it could not be used for drinking. So I will talk about two things. First, the aim which I talked about at the start of my experiment, which was to understand how the experiment works. So I think that is fulfilled. We now know how the water is filtered and how the particles are each divided into the water bottle. And second, I will talk about is the expected outcome. Our expected outcome was to get clean water. I think we even achieved that. The water was not very clean, but it was still very clear. And yes.